I'm so glad you found my podcast, New Friends. I'm Jordana. I just turned 20. I live in Nashville. I actually moved here right after high school to chase my dream of being a singer-songwriter, which basically means that I skipped the whole college thing and dove headfirst into trying to make music and make sense of life at the same time. I started New Friends because I wanted to create the kind of space I've always needed. A place to talk about the things we're all trying to figure out. Friendship, confidence, self-worth, following your own path, and everything in between. Some episodes are solo, some are with guests. Sometimes the conversations even turn into songs. But every episode is rooted in honesty and vulnerability, and feeling a little less alone. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome to New Friends. Hey, welcome back to another episode of New Friends. I'm Jordana Bryant. So maybe it's just me, but I feel like, for whatever reason, I always like the guy who doesn't really like me. Like, the more emotionally unavailable he is, the more emotionally attached I am. And when a guy is, like, really clear about his intentions and he's really interested in me, I don't feel like there's a spark. And I'm like, it just feels like kind of, like, boring. And that's so bad to say because, like, the guy who's honest about liking you and who's, like, clear with his intentions and responds quickly, like, that guy's a really good person. And he's, like, really sweet and is gonna be chivalrous and, like, open the doors and do all the nice things and, like, be considerate and respectful of you. But for whatever reason, like, I've struggled to like that guy, you know? Like, there's something very exciting about not knowing whether someone really likes you. Like the roller coaster, it's very exciting. The dopamine hits, very fun. Like that feeling when that person texts you, like, oh my gosh, my heart skips a beat. I'm like, whoa, it's been 3 days and you finally texted back. Big news, guys. Big news. But I also turned into this version of myself where I, like, can't figure out how to string a sentence together without the help of my friends. I'm like, wait, guys, so, like, is the exclamation too much? Should we just, like, stick to a period? Should we do a smiley face? No, we can't do a smiley face. How long should I wait to respond? See, he waited 3 hours. Should I wait 3.5 hours? What do we think? Like, that version of me is frankly pathetic, and I don't like that version. But that's what comes out when, like, when I like a guy who's just playing games, honestly, you know? And I do think there is something to the, like, okay, we all know that, like, doom scrolling is not the best for us, but we do it because it's dopamine hits. And the reason why you can't sleep, actually, is not, like, I saw an article that said the reason why you can't sleep at night after you've been scrolling on your phone is not because of the blue light, it's because of the dopamine. Like, the dopamine hits that your system is getting from every, like, funny video, every video that you see that's, like, really interesting to you and that, like, it just kind of, like, shocks your system, you know? And I think that that's pretty similar to, like, these emotionally unavailable, like, situationships that a lot of us get into is it's dopamine hits. Like, it's probably not the best for us, but when you don't know what's gonna happen and you don't know whether someone's interested in you, every time they reach out, every time you see them, like, it's super exciting, you know? It's very much like a roller coaster. But I feel like I've also found myself being like, wait, am I excited or am I just anxious? And am I getting butterflies because we have chemistry? Or am I just, like, feeling nervous and unsettled because I don't know, like, where I stand, you know? And sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. I feel like the spark that you get when you like someone is very similar to, like, the anxiety that you get when you don't know what's gonna happen and you're unsure, you know? And things you can't really see far into the future of where this thing is going to end. So I don't know. I don't have this is not me being like, so if you like the emotionally unavailable men, here's how you can stop that. It's just me being like, why? I don't know why. I know a little bit of why, I think. But I want to like the guy who likes me. I want to like the guy who's nice and who's going to actually want a long-term relationship and care about me as a person and make me feel certain of where I stand with him and which is not the situationship. I also feel like maybe the right person is the person who doesn't play games and who that doesn't feel boring with, the person who exactly where you stand with them, but you're also the safety of it feels great and it feels exciting in some way, I think that's, even though I haven't quite felt it, I felt it with one person where there were no games and that felt really great. I, for the first time, was interested in someone who was very clear with his intentions and really liked me. And that didn't overwhelm me and that didn't bore me. And that's a very new feeling for me. So I felt that once, so I know it exists. But I think it's just maybe harder to find, it's, I think there's lots of people out there who you can feel the spark with because you don't really have to have that much chemistry with someone to feel a spark. You just have to feel a sense of uncertainty, because that's exciting. I think it's harder to find the person that is completely straightforward and things are certain with, but that still feels exciting, That's true chemistry, I feel like. I think it's out there. I hope so. No, I know it's out there because my parents, I can tell that they, not only do they love each other, but they also just have big crushes on each other, they get excited to spend time together and they giggle and they they act like teenagers. They just love spending time together and it's still exciting and fresh. That's my doorbell. I'm hoping that the person will just go away. But yeah, so I know it's out there and it exists. So keep looking for it. I'm going to keep looking for it. I'm going to hope I find it at some point. And I'll let you know if I do. You let me know. And we will reconvene. This was fun. I hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you so much for watching this episode of New Friends. I really hope you enjoyed it. It would mean so much to me if you would subscribe to my channel on YouTube and send this to someone who you think might enjoy it. Hope to see you in the next episode. Bye!